Hi, welcome to AgencyClientFinder AI, and in this video we're going to look at how the artificial intelligence helps us with image creation. So let's have a look at what we've got. Now we can go straight into the imaging center from the menu, and we've got a number of areas that you'll see. On the left hand side we've got a custom image prompt generator. I'll come back to that later because that generates some stuff directly from the AgencyClientFinder with its own information. We have the kind of prompt generator part in the middle, which all this feeds into. And on the right hand side, which I'm going to show you first, is the image creator, which is an option to be able to select whatever you want on these drop downs and put whatever you want in the boxes and generate images of your choice. Let's just have a look at the image creator for the moment. So as an example, we've got an artistic style, so I'm going to just leave it realistic and we can view it from wide angle, medium shot, whatever. I'll leave it at medium. And in this case, I'm going to put a subject or character, which is going to be a cyborg. Subject activity, I'm going to have him writing a letter. Subject emotion, joy or whatever he wants. We can have contentment. And an additional object, if you want an additional object in the image, you can put that there. I'm going to skip that for the moment. A location, so let's put him in an office. And the background, let's give him a whiteboard or something similar. The lighting is going to come from top center, can come from wherever you want, and we can have enhancements. I've got normal surroundings, nighttime, dusk, whatever. So you've got quite a variety of selection on here. So let's generate a prompt. You see, immediately fills in a prompt here. Give me an image defined by the following in the style of realistic from the perspective of medium shot. So all the things that we've just put in there. So what we can do now is we can go to Bing AI, which is the best place to get your images created. Just OK that. And when it's open, you'll need to be on more creative and then just simply paste what's already set in the clipboard and fire that off, and it will generate your images for you. And there we are, it's generated 4 images for us. I could just open those up and have a better look at them. And there we go. So we've got our cyborgs with a white board in the background, etc., that we can use for all sorts of things, for blog posts, whatever it is we're doing. So what I want to do now is just show you a few examples, rather than go through everything step by step with you. To take a little while, but I'll just give you some examples of what I've just done previously. So let's have a look. So we've got some images here now. So I've generated this image and it's a realistic wide angle shot, and it's call center operator answering the phone. And you can see, there we are, we've got some quite nice pictures of some call center operators. You know, it's generated some quite nice pictures for that. Let's just actually open these up and have a quick look at them. You can see some quite nice images there. So what I've done now, so once I've generated this image, obviously from AgencyClientFinder, with that description. Now I can go back in and alter those to what I want to do by using the selection box as I show you just now, but you can just type it in here. Once you've got your main images, or you can alter the image now. So I've set this one now and just said OK, again as a flat illustration. So rather than the realistic one, we've got a flat illustration, and you'll see what it's produced here. And as you can see, that's a typical kind of illustration that you see in a lot of the JVZoo type sales pages. Use those kind of illustrations. So I've just said, okay, again, as a hand-drawn illustration, so I can completely change the illustrative style. And again, there it is in a hand-drawn illustration. And then I said, add a circle-shaped mask around the edges in white. So as you can see, if I look around the edges here, you can see that they've actually masked the edge of these images. And that gives it a bit of shape. If you're going to put that onto a page or onto a web page, it gives it a little bit more shape rather than just the bulk square image. Okay, it's another example. Some more robots this time. What have we got? So I've put over the shoulder shot, subject, an AI robot writing a letter with a whiteboard in the background. Pop them open a moment, have a look at those. Quality images there, really quite nice. And again, I've just said, well, okay, do that again as a minimalist illustration. And sure enough, it does similar images in a minimalist style. And I've said, okay, again, as pop art. So we change the style again. We can see it's now in a pop art style. So you can see how easy it is just to change stuff on the fly, really. And I think I've then just put, again, as photorealism. And again, it's a different style. And you can select all these styles just from the drop-down box, so you can see what they are if you just want to type them in, or you can, as I say, go back into AgencyClientFinder and literally just change them in there. So we don't have to just do people or robots or whatever, we can do things. So I've done a country cottage here, I think I've put in here, country cottage, location in a country village, background sky, and I think I sort of put a dog in our object, so an additional object is a dog in there as well. And sure enough, there we are, we've got some nice shots of a cottage in the countryside with a hound on the outside. The reason I wanted to show you this one really was because, again, changing, rather than the style, I've actually noticed to change the subject. So I've said again, with the main subject as an office building, so I'll change it from cottage to office, and it gives me this. As you can see, we're still in the countryside, so the image has been drawn within the context of the description. Although it's kind of officey, it's still very countrified. So I've then said, again, set it in a science park. So change the context of the setting. And as you can see now, you get a hugely different style of building. And that's how easy it is to literally change what you've got. So get AgencyClientFinder to get your initial images for you. And if you want to play with them, then that's easy too. Okay, let's go back to dashboard, because I want to show you that we're going to select a specific business to create images for. So at the moment I've got some air conditioning systems here. So we've got Celsius air conditioning, and I'll open them up. Now I'll open up the imaging center for me, and you'll notice now on the left hand side we've got Celsius air conditioning and heating systems. General public require air conditioning heating systems are in Devon. So I'm going to select an image style, so select an artistic style. So I'm going to select realistic, select objective. As you can see, what we have over here is a number of social media image styles. And the kind of point of this side of the page is to generate images that we're going to use in social media, in blog posts, in whatever we want them. And it's helpful if we kind of define those in the beginning, so we can pick them off the list. So most of the ones that we need are on the list. I'm going to select a Facebook cover photo. Okay, and also down here we have customer content or your content. Now if I look, in fact, if I just click generate for the minute and I look over in the prompt area here, you will see that it says my location is Devon. My business or industry is AC heating systems. My business is Celsius air conditioning. So it's put in the business details. So then it will do images for that business. If you want images for your own business, for your agency or yourself, then go to your content. I press generate. Sorry, and you look over here. You'll see now that it says my location is Plymouth, Devon, where I am. My business is Digital Solutions Agency. My name is DigiPeak, and we're internet marketing experts. And my target customer is, and it says general public that require AC heating and product services. That's because up here it still says target audience. So I need to change the target audience to whatever mine would be, and that's going to be local businesses that require SEO services or whatever it is that you're doing. So if you change the target audience and regenerate the prompt, it'll change it in here. But I'm going to stick to customer content, so we're generating this for the customer. Again, I'm going to click generate. And as I say, it gives us a basic description of what we're looking for. But what this is going to do, this is going to generate a prompt for us, a really detailed prompt for us for creating our images. So if I run this prompt, you'll see that now creates a prompt for us, another prompt for us if you like. Create an image in the style of realistic for the following. The location is Devon's AC systems. The image is a photograph of a modern residential building. What we can do is simply go to the bottom here and click Bing AI image, because that's what we want to use, and just OK that. You will see that it opens up Bing for us. I can just paste that in there, run that prompt, and off it will go. And what you'll see now is it creates some buildings for us with some massive air conditioning units in the front. So let's just open these up so we can have a look at them. And there we go. So some massive air conditioning units in the front here. So if I want to select one of these images now for my Facebook cover page, I need to download it. So I'm just going to actually just shrink this down a bit, just so as I can show it works on one screen. I normally do two screens, but I'll do it all on one screen so you can see what's going on. And behind here now, I'm going to go back to my AI center, my AI imaging center. And at the bottom here, you'll see it says image cropper. Okay, click the image cropper and it will open up Photo Sizer. Now this is just a free photo cropping one that actually works pretty well, so that's why I linked it in, but you can use any photo editor or image sizer that you want if you've got a favorite. But if not, then feel free to use this one. So I'm just going to bring my image back up again. I'm going to download the image. I'm going to grab that image and just drop it into the resizer. So what I'm going to do now is go up to crop. I'm going to pick Facebook, and we were doing a cover photo, and it'll give me a piece now to put that in. So I can take any part of this image now. Massive aircon unit in it. I'm going to apply that, and we can see what we got, and I can just save that image off. I'm just going to open it up so you can see it, and there we are. So there's the image in the right size and shape to go in as your Facebook cover image. Of course, you can take a company logo and stick that over the top of that or something, but that's basically how you get the pictures and crop them down to whatever you want. And I can just show you some more examples of ones I've just did earlier. Let me find back on Bing again. So these are the images that we did in the demo a second ago, and if I go back, so here's an early one that I did as well. This is, in fact, this is an image from exactly the same prompt that generated these images. If I open these up, you'll see again we've got some big air conditioning units in there, and we could chop that one out quite nicely as a Facebook cover. This one is roofers in Australia. It gave me some Australian scenes of palm trees and beautiful roofs on their buildings. And here's one from a plumbing business. It's given me some plumbers working in the kitchen here. There's another plumbing one. This has given me a bathroom. As you see, all these images can be chopped into some nice Facebook covers. That really just explains how the whole thing works on this side. As I said, you can go to your content and generate it for your own business. And don't forget that you can edit this prompt. So whatever prompt you've generated from here, if you read through it, if you want to change something to change this prompt, then you can edit this in here, however you want to do that. And then when you run the prompt, of course, this will give you a different result. In fact, what you can do is actually read this prompt, and if it doesn't describe a picture you want, then you simply just run the prompt again. And you can keep doing that until such time as you get a prompt that you actually feel is okay. So now I've rerun this. It says the image should depict a modern, sleek and efficient aircon system installed in a residential setting. The system should be the focal point of the image and should be shown in full detail. Each time you run this, you'll get a different result, and you can run that as many times as you like. And when you decided one that you think you've got, go to the Bing image, fire that one off, and then of course you can always still keep asking textually for edits to those images. Okay, I'm going to leave you now, and I'll see you in another video.